In today's video, I will show you how to install Kali Linux ARM64 Desktop Edition on Apple Silicon Macs including M1, M2, M3, and M4 using VirtualBox. With VirtualBox, you can now run Kali inside a virtual machine on any Apple Silicon Mac. For demonstration purposes, I used a MacBook Air with M1 chip in this video. The procedure is the same for any Mac. To install Kali Linux on Apple Silicon, make sure you have at least 40 GB of free space on macOS. Using your web browser, go to the official VirtualBox website and click the download button. Now, as of this video, VirtualBox 7.1.6 is the latest version available. If you have an Intel Mac, download the Intel version. For Apple Silicon Macs, download the ARM64 version. While the download is in progress, also download the VirtualBox extension pack. Then open the second link and click on download button. By the time of making this video, Kali 2024.4 is the latest version. Now select Apple Silicon ARM64 and download the recommended ISO file. Once all files are downloaded, place them on your computer for easier navigation. Now double-click the VirtualBox DMG file, then double-click the PKG icon to start the installer. Now click Continue, select Install for all users of this computer, then click Install. Enter your admin password to proceed. Then double-click on the extension pack and install it. Now close the VirtualBox and reopen it. Now it's time to create a new virtual machine for Kali. Click the New button, name the virtual machine, and select the folder location where VM files will be stored. Then set the type to Linux and the subtype to Debian. For the version, choose Debian ARM64-bit. Then click Hardware. Allocate RAM and CPU cores for the Kali Linux virtual machine. I'm using 4 GB of RAM out of 8 GB and 4 CPU cores out of 8 for better performance. Then uncheck this option. Next, click Hard Disk and allocate at least 20 GB of storage. Click Finish. Now, as you can see, we have done creating the Kali virtual machine. To optimize performance, select the VM, click on Settings, and then go to Expert Mode. Under Display, increase the video memory to the maximum and keep the graphics controller as VM-SVGA. Do not enable 3D acceleration as it's not yet supported on Apple Silicon Macs. Then select Storage. Click Empty and import the Kali ARM64 ISO file. Then I'm gonna set the rest of the options as default and click OK to save the settings. Now the VM is ready to start. Click on Start button. Then click inside the virtual machine window. Now keep in mind, once you click inside the virtual machine, the cursor will be captured by the guest OS. Now press left command key to release the cursor back to the host OS. If the VM window is small, go to View, select Scaled Mode, and double-click the Windows title bar to maximize. Now use the arrow keys to scroll through the options, select Graphical Install, and press the Enter key to boot into the live setup. Now go ahead, select the system language, location, and keyboard layout. Then set the host name and click Continue. For the domain name, leave it empty. Then create a user account and password. Now choose to use the entire disk, then select the virtual disk, choose all-in-one partition, and finish partitionizing the virtual drive. After a few minutes, you will see this window to choose the desktop environment. I tried XFCE and GNOME, both work fine without any issues. I recommend choosing the lightweight XFCE desktop, then click Continue to complete the installation. Once complete, click Continue to reboot. Now the VirtualBox will automatically eject the installation media. Unfortunately, VirtualBox cannot load the grub bootloader automatically, so you need to manually provide a location of grub each time you start the VM. The startup error typically happens when VirtualBox tries to boot from the UEFI shell instead of the OS. Now inside the UEFI shell, type map to list out all available partitions. Now this will show you the partitions and devices available in the shell. Now look for the partition where Kali is installed. Now usually it's fs0. Then enter this command to boot Kali. And voila, now you will see the login screen. Enter your username and password and login. The first thing to do after installing the Kali Linux is to update the source list. Go ahead and enter this command inside the terminal to retrieve the latest package information from the sources. It's time to enable full screen resolution and better functionality by installing VirtualBox guest editions. Now inside terminal, go ahead and type this command to install the Linux headers. Then from the menu bar, select Devices, choose Insert Guest Editions. Once it's mounted, open the File Manager and you will see a CD icon on the sidebar. Click on it, copy all the files, and paste them into the Documents directory. Then open the terminal and navigate to the documents directory by running this command. Now type ls and you will see all the files we copied. We need to install this file to enable all the extra features of the VirtualBox. To do so, change the permissions to this file by running this command. Then type this command to execute this package. While it's installing, it's recommended to disable the scaled mode. And that's it. Guest edition support is added to the Kali virtual machine. Now restart the VM to apply these changes. If the UI is too small for you, enable display scaling. To do so, open Settings Manager and click on Kali High DPI mode. Since VirtualBox on Apple Silicon lacks 3D acceleration, animations and transitions may appear choppy. It currently relies on software instead of GPU rendering. However, Kali runs super good with no major issues on Apple Silicon Macs. I also tested some applications like VS Code and they worked fine with no issues. Now, as a bonus part of the video, in case you dislike Kali and decide to remove it, first turn off the VM, then using the VirtualBox main user interface, right-click on the VM and choose Delete. And that's pretty much it. This is how you can install Kali on Apple Silicon Macs using VirtualBox for free. Let me know what do you think about it. If you have any questions or queries, do post them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK. I will see you in the next one.